Hi, this is Cassie. I'm a DoorDasher in Texas, and it's been interesting, needless to say. And with the gas prices, it's a struggle just to be able to work and to find other employment's dang near impossible. Let's talk about the no tippers, and DoorDash does not pay you enough for people not to tip, and you're only getting two something from DoorDash, if that, and the order's under $5 with no tips. How are you supposed to get gas with that? That's not even a gas a tank these days. And when Google Maps decides to take you to the wrong place 2 days in a row for each DoorDash you do, and then you're late, and then you don't get as good orders the next time around because you keep getting taken to the wrong place, and then Google helpline calls asking what's wrong, and you're thinking, hey, what am I supposed to do? Google took me to a different place. And I'll have to go to the other side of town, which takes up more time, eats through more gas that I do not get from y'all because y'all do not pay, and it's usually no tippers. Oh, come on, guys, let's get it together. Let's upgrade Google just a little bit. I wish they'd pay more for the night shift because I work alone. It's just me, and it gets lonely, and sometimes you go to not so great parts of town, and let's compensate for that price-wise just a little bit. Please, DoorDash, come on. I wish DoorDash would pay $15 or $10 an hour flat rate to start off, plus tips. That would be amazing. Just imagine what you could get done. Just imagine the people that would line up to do DoorDash starting off just for that. It'd be a whole lot better. My biggest fear with DoorDash is breaking down somewhere late at night, not being able to get help, not being able to have cell phone service, just not being able to know what to do, just being stranded, then just something happened, not knowing what to do with my car. I use an older car for DoorDash. It gets the job done, but I just wish I had the money to get a better car, which seems impossible. I keep working and working, just trying to make a living, just trying to supplement my income. It seems like the harder I try, the worse I get. I just wish DoorDash paid a lot better. I just wish they would make people pay tips with their order instead of just making it just optional, just having some kind of built-in tip system or something for their DoorDashers so that you could at least be guaranteed to get $5, at least $5 each order. So that at least that'd be better than nothing, that'd be better than the $2 or $3 that you get. And it's just like, really? That's it? That's all you're giving us? $2 or $3 per order? Ugh. The good part about DoorDash, though, is that you can cash out the same day you get your orders done, and you can get the money right away, which may not always be a good thing. But if you need a quick buck for gas, then there you go. But those gas prices are eating through everything these days. I don't see how dashers in bigger cities do it with all the traffic jams, the higher gas prices, being sitting in traffic for hours just to do an order or two. Whew. Thank goodness I'm in a smaller town. At least that's not as much traffic. I wish all restaurants would seal up their bags and food like McDonald's does. At least McDonald's gets that right by sealing it up so that when the customer gets it, they know that you haven't been messing with their food, which is always a plus. And you can say, I didn't break into your bag. It's ready to go. In places like Popeyes and Chili's, they're so slow. And Shalotski's, God bless their hearts, they just drag. And when you're on a time limit and you're slow like I am, it's like, please, pick up the pace. Hurry, I gotta go. Time limits, really. And DoorDash does penalize you if you're not too fast. And you gotta be really fast. And they can penalize you by not giving you the good orders. And you get the crappy under $5 orders. And those don't add up well at all whatsoever. It's like, can't believe My time as a hairdresser was very interesting. Over 15 years doing hairdressing and working in salons, it's never a dull moment. There's always going to be that one person, always finding a way to make it hard and difficult to do the job. But hey, bring it on. I started doing hair in 2005 after I graduated cosmetology school in Tennessee, and that was a trip. Transferred to Texas doing hair. Got my license for Texas. Transferred it here. And it's never a dull moment. My time as a hairdresser, when I took my classes at the college I went to for hairdressing, they didn't teach you much. They didn't teach me how to do guy haircuts, how to hold the clippers, the different styles of clipper cuts. Nothing. I had to learn that on my own as soon as I got out on my own. Pay all that money to go to cosmetology school, and they can't even teach you how to hold your clippers, which you get in your kit. They can't even teach you how to do a basic guy haircut. It's like, come on, I'm paying over $1,500 to learn this stuff, and you leave that out, and I have to learn it on my own. So I get out, have my first job, and the poor little guy that I do the first time ever have no idea how to do the clipper cut. He has to tell me how to hold the clippers, how to cut his hair, and oh my gosh, trial by fire. At least I pulled it off, and I actually did a decent haircut. Talk about the tears and all, sweat by fire, just sweat pouring. I'm thinking, Lord, just get me through this. Help me to cut his hair. Help me to do a good job. And hey, that first guy gave me a decent tip though, because I managed to pull it off. I was like, whew, thank you, yay. I learned how to French braid as a kid. Around 12 years old, I learned how to French braid my own hair into pigtails and learned how to do cornrows on myself. It was an interesting experience. Never a dull moment at all. The parts of cosmetology I love. Being able to do haircuts on women and men. Being able to style it. Make them feel good about themselves. Make them have a haircut they can wear with pride and dignity, and just to be able to show it off to their friends and family. Just being able to do good haircuts and learn new styles and keeping up with trends and doing good guy cuts with the clippers and fades and being able to learn how to do flat tops and low fades and medium fades. Some of the stuff that's not good with hairdressing is when customers come in and they describe 3 different haircuts and they think it's all one haircut, and if you don't give it to them, they get mad, they cuss you out, they won't pay, they waste your time, and you're like, really, is this worth this? Let's talk about the mullets coming back around. Oh my gosh, they'll describe a mullet to a T, to perfection. And then when you say, oh, okay, that's cool, you want a mullet? No, I don't want a mullet. But then they'll go back and describe a mullet perfectly. And then you want to look at them and go, you just described a mullet. Very short in the front, very long in the back, hardly able to blend it. If you can, if it's too short, too long ratio, it does not look good at all. I always liked doing perms when I was starting out. I like the spiral perms. I like how they look on hair. And if you got the face for it, it frames your face perfectly. And if you do some long layers with some spiral hair curls, it looks really beautiful. I always dreaded doing kid haircuts, especially under 5 years old. Oh my gosh, the younger they are, the harder they are to do, just because they're very anxious, don't want to sit still, which is fine, that's kids, but ooh, it's hard to do their haircut. You can really cut your fingers. I've cut my fingers several times. I accidentally nicked some of their ears because they won't stop moving, and then you cut into your fingers, and you got to stop, go fix that with Band-Aids, change out the Band-Aids every so often. Fuck, I dreaded kid haircuts very much.